Everybody, it's Pandy and I'm playing World of Tanks. This video is going to be about the ISU-152 for wonderful hump day, Wednesday. Just a little bit about this tank. The ISU-152 was just like the ISU-152 in regards to being developed as an assault gun to support the infantry. Just like the ISU-152, it would be armed with a 152mm howitzer and was used to penetrate enemy defenses during offensive operations. Any background knowledge about why they developed assault guns, and when I mean the Soviet Union, go ahead and check out the ISU-152 video about the reason behind developing the heavy assault guns. The ISU-152 and the ISU-152 share very similar designs, but one major difference is real noticeable. The one major difference is that one was based off of the KV-1S, while the ISU was based off of the IS Hall. Later during the war, it later got converted to the IS-2 Hall, which used pretty much a better engine, better drive, better everything. And these were mostly found in the 1944 models and 1945 models. In World of Tanks, the variant that we are using comes with the 152 BL-10 main gun called the ISU-152-2. Unlike the ISU-152's primary main gun, this one is not a howitzer. This version of a 152mm main gun would have turned this assault gun type vehicle into a tank destroyer type vehicle. However, the gun is actually 8 meters long, which was the real stickler in regards to the mobility of this tank destroyer. It would have had problems maneuvering in urban environments. There's also problems related to the barrel strength and also the angle of horizontal guidance in regards to just aiming, which was unsatisfactory. The gun saw further development and also improvements, but it was never resolved before the end of the war, so this tank, this ISU-152-2, never saw mass production. In 1959, the ISU-152 fleet saw the modernization project being put onto these assault guns at the time. These upgrades included night vision sights, increase in ammunition stowage, and also internal automotive improvements. They were also up-armored on the upper mantle plate, pretty much being bolted on right on there just to add additional armor. Several militaries outside of the Soviet Union used the IS-152, like the Finnish, Polish, Chinese, Czechoslovakians, North Koreans, Egyptians. There's also quite a few other ISU-152s found all across the world. It's just not exactly known how they got there. There are some prime examples of them being found in Iraq during Operation Iraqi Freedom. However, there is no records of how they got there. It's just completely unknown how they found their way there. A total of 3,242 vehicles were produced between December 1943 and 1947. In World of Tanks, like I mentioned before, the variant that we are using is the ISU-152-2. It comes featured with the 152 Epic Death Cannon. This gun reminds me very much of the Death Cannon from the T-95. It is a little bit different, not really by much. It has the same amount of damage. I think it has less penetration and a lower rate of fire, so I'm not exactly sure how they balanced that out, but that's what we got. However, it will bitch slap a good amount of tanks out in the field of battle, just like the IS-7, the T-30, E-100, and MOS with ease. I've already one-shotted myself at IS-4, a Lowy, and a Type 59 with this bad boy. The gun is simply a game winner and a Green Reaper of heavy tank. It is what makes the tank awesome. The armor on this thing is simply crap, has no real slope, and it doesn't really deflect anything unless it's a really small, useless round. A lot of tier 5 guns just have the potential of penetrating this thing, so it doesn't really provide you all that much protection, and that's where I guess the balancing comes out to where they gave it extra mobility. I'll get into that in a little bit, but it just simply can't compare to anything related to like the T-28 or the 30. A F- for the armor protection on this bad boy in comparison to other tier 8 tanks. Minus artillery. Now, what makes up for the total lack of armor is the mobility, a lot like of the other Russian tanks. Their overall hit points and armor are lower compared to their competitors in the same tier. However, it is all made up by the sheer mobility, the extra speed, and the ability to go to A to B without any real worries with quick haste. While the T-28 is the slowest and the 30s in between, the ISU is the fastest out of all the tier 8 tank destroyers. The nice thing is being able to move around very, very quickly and allow you to bring that death cannon to bear, allows you to be able to counterattack without really having to risk exposing yourself for very, very long. Backing up is obviously a problem, but If you notice that there's trouble on one flank, you're able to bring your massive gun to the fight fairly quickly without any real worries to not making there in time. And it also gives you the ability to find very advantageable positions to be able to fire from. It's very useful being a tank destroyer and being able to do that just purely so that you can close gaps, be able to stop enemy attacks, etc, etc, etc. Overall, the ISU reminds me of that pit bull in the neighborhood that has that real nasty bite, but once you taser the son of a bitch and you put him down, he runs like a little bitch. This is definitely the case in regards to the ISU-152 when you compare it to the T-28 and the 30. Its gun can simply turn back any attack in fear, but it just was really soft. It doesn't really take up a lot of hits. It can't really take the hits like the rest of the tanks can. You can end most engagements fairly quickly as long as you have time to reload, and if anyone gets around your flanks, well, you're kind of screwed anyways because you're a tank destroyer, but you still have the hope of being able to use that mobility, pretty much zoom in onto your target and try not to get killed without really taking some hit points away. Overall, this is one of the better tanks I've played. It's not the best, it's not the worst, it's nothing compared to the T-95, which is, it is slow and godly ugly, but hell, it at least can take a punishment while dishing a punishment right back out. ISU can put out a punishment. The armor is just what kills it for me. It's fantastic though, it's really good. I would recommend it to anyone who's trying to progress up the Russian tree. I'm not going to get an F, I'll give it like a B+. So hopefully you guys like this. Hopefully, you know, I didn't make too much of an ass of myself because this video is taking a little while to make. But thank you guys. Take it easy. I'm Pandy. Good hunting.